Good morning. I'm standing here in this windstorm to let you know about the exciting things that are running around on invisible walls. This is something I noticed when I was running around in Dry Top earlier on. Super handy. How do you get on the top of this, you might hear me ask? Kiwi, I can't jump up on here. How on earth did you get up on here, Kiwi? It's really difficult to figure out. Well, actually, it's really not. Guild Wars likes to make invisible walls, and you can kind of see here that as I get to the top of this invisible wall, I will eventually find the edge and fall right off, like this. So these are not permanent walls. What they are designed is meant to be so that we can't fly up and over in this direction, meaning that we technically shouldn't be able to get on top of this platform. The issue that we have here is that Guild Wars' map makers generally don't check for collision issues. And so, because you can go underneath this object and they've allowed you the ability to see out, when sky scales were not a thing, we can now exit onto the very top of these platforms, now allowing us the ability to run and jump. And you can see I'm on top of the invisible wall plane and capable of running around. I can't be attacked up here. I can't effectively affect any part of this. However, it is definitely a great place to kind of get to confuse your friends. Like, seriously, you want to be a cunt? Sit right here where everybody can see you, and they won't be able to figure out how it is that you've actually gotten up here. So, once again, guys, that was pretty easy. Just bear in mind, all of the invisible walls are essentially gigantic invisible wall planes. So when we reach this point, you can see there we just fell right off of it. And if I turn around and fly back up over top, I can actually fly over top of the edge. But then when we fly down and into the regular map area, once again, it's just coming up from that area, just from where this restoration refuge is. If you fly up and just into where the Hrugar Ironhaunch Hero Challenge is, and you can see here just flying out immediately puts you above that invisible wall, and you can now be that guy. You can now be that guy, guys. The guy that everybody goes, how the fuck did you get up there? So, yeah, there you go. You want to do something weird and strange in Dry Top? Not an exploit that's anything useful, guys. This will not gain you anything in particular. However, if you are looking to meet your guild somewhere, where you want to guarantee that no one's going to get attacked while they're doing so, like I said, right in here, perfect little option for coming in, and you can just drop right down into these little areas. Once again, if you look here, this is actually in behind of a meta, so climbing up on there will allow you to drop in behind the meta, and you can actually get into the area that would normally only be available to you when you are in the storyline mission. So you can essentially fly around, and you can see here, this is where the Master of Time, or the Master of whatever his name is, would be able to get up in here. And as unfortunately you can't get past this rock unless you're in the instance, this is where the last of those achievements come, guys. Now, for those of you who are wondering about those achievements, they're essentially the ones that are in Dry Top. So if you go down, where are we? If you go down to the story missions and you go down into where we are in Dry Top there, pretty sure it's Seeds of Truth or Tangle. There it is, Dashed Advantage. This is the secret pass, the passage that secures extra crystals. This is where it is. This little room at the end of this meta. Now, normally you'd have to wait halfway through the battle for there to be orange crystals that allow you to get up onto there. And because of that, that makes it, oh God, the kids are awake and having fun apparently. But yeah, just wanted to let you guys know there is a way to get in here. You can have a little fuck around in this area while you're not in the mission storyline. This also allows you to break right out of the map and into areas that you really shouldn't be able to get to. Once again, there are invisible walls placed along certain locations. Now again, this invisible wall is likely only as high as a Skyscale can fly. They were never expecting you to find ways around those invisible planes. So again, this is all just easy to get to content that's out of bounds normally in a map, and you would not normally be able to get up here. So, and you can see somebody else has figured their way up here with the Skyscale. Super, super fun. So there you go, guys. You want to get up in here, really, really, really easy to do so. You just come over here to where our good friend Drugar Ironhaunch is, and he is right above, or right beside the Restoration Refuge waypoint that you can see there in Drytop. So once again, I'll zoom right out. You can see where we are and where I came from, starting off at Refuge, Restoration Refuge there, flying over to that little entrance, going in, and then out through where Ironhaunches is. That essentially just making it real easy for you to get out and on top of that invisible plane. So, you know, if you didn't know, guys, there's a cool place to hang out. Other than that, there's really not a lot else I wanted to show you. This is just a tricky, fun little exploit that you can use for memes and fun. There's not really anything that you can do to exploit the game with it, but it is definitely one that you can use to kind of get somewhere that you shouldn't be safe, know that you can't possibly be attacked up there, and you can meet your guildies and the like without having to worry about, you know, AFKing in that area. Either way, this has been the Mad Kiwi. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today, guys. And as soon as I find anything cool to show you guys in Guild Wars, I'll whip up a wee video and show you again.